Flip My Florida Yard is brought to you by the Florida Department of Environmental Protection. Protecting Florida's environment starts with you. What you do in your yard can have an impact on the health of our environment and water resources.
Welcome to Flip My Florida Yard. On today's episode, we're in St. Petersburg. It's here we attempt to deliver a Florida-friendly dream yard in just 8 hours. Our homeowner loves Florida and wants her yard to protect it.
I am the lucky homeowner.
So we designed a new landscape that will reduce stormwater runoff and install a water-efficient irrigation system. There we go.
Good job, Brian. Drip tube works.
We install a clay pavered pathway to match this historic home.
It's going to hold its color.
It will.
It's not going to fade.
And it doesn't require a sealer.
Then it's off to Rain Barrel Art School.
So rainwater comes off the roof, down the downspout, into this rain barrel, overflows into the next, this one.
We drill down on some beautiful Florida-friendly plants you can use for your landscape.
And this is an absolute bee party. Wild bees, non-native bees, honeybees love this plant.
And of course, the big reveal.
Remove your glasses.
Oh my God!
All this and more on Flip My Florida Yard. We're knocking on doors.
So excited.
And flipping yards into beautiful Florida-friendly landscapes, and all in 8 hours.
Is this really happening? Who's ready? Organized chaos.
Experts show us how to use Florida-friendly landscaping principles.
Putting the right plant in the right place.
Water efficiently.
Very low maintenance.
Fertilize appropriately.
All leading up to a dramatic reveal.
The best surprise of our whole life.
We're here in beautiful St. Petersburg, Florida, and you know what it's time for? It's time to flip a yard. You guys ready? Yeah! Let's go meet the homeowner. Ladies.
Hi.
Come on out here. Beth, Heather.
Hi.
Are we ready?
We're ready. Yes. Very ready.
I think they're ready.
I'm Beth Reynolds.
And I'm her neighbor, Heather Hickman.
When I was asked, like, is there somebody that can support you in all this? There's no better person than Heather, who is also my neighbor.
I love you, you're my best friend, but your yard was really bad. Pathetic.
There is nothing Florida-friendly about my yard right now. Nothing. My yard is full of rocks, full of sandspurs, and my yard is covered in them. Unhealthy, full of invasive things. I was so desperate to have something grow in my yard that I went to the dollar store and I got a plastic plant just so I could have something green because everything else had died. So it's kind of embarrassing, and I hope I never see it again after tomorrow. This is probably the saddest thing in my yard. Pots from every color, every dimension. I live between two bodies of water. Protecting our coastline has always been really important to me. I'm a Florida native, I'm a beach girl. I want to be outside in nature. All of the rain that comes off of my roof and all of the water that just comes out of my yard and goes right into the bayou, that was really upsetting for me, and I really had worked to try and figure out how to capture that and not let everything run off into the bay. So when I saw this opportunity, I thought, oh, they can solve this problem because they're gonna know what to do.
You will not recognize this yard when you come back.
I hope so. I'm so excited. I'm like buzzing like a bee.
Before you leave, though, I want to introduce you to the men and women who are going to do this today.
Oh my God, I'm so grateful.
This is your flip crew.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh, just look at them. They're ready to work, and I can give you a no sandspur guarantee.
No sandspurs and lots of pollinators.
We can deliver on that. Before we start, though, we got to get you out of here. You ready?
Yeah, ready to go.
Let's go, let's go. All right, let's get in the car. No peeking, no driving back by here throughout the day, okay? You ladies have an incredible time at the state park, and we'll see you at 4 o'clock.
Okay.
Off you go. Okay, the homeowners just left. You know what that means. We have 8 hours to flip this Florida yard. Who's ready? Arnie, you got our plans?
I got the plans.
You ready to go?
I'm ready to go.
All right, we got great weather. We got a great crew. All right, let's do it on 3. 1, 2, 3. Go, 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 go. Goodness. All right, here we go.
Okay, so let's get a little perspective on Beth's yard here. First off, this is a corner lot. One of the reasons we picked this yard, it's gonna get a lot of traffic, a lot of visibility. People are gonna see this yard and want one, and that's really important. This is all gonna be Florida-friendly landscaping, plants, trees in here. These are clay pavers. So this is the first time we've used this product. Really cool product. It's gonna fit really nice with her house. All of this over here is gonna be Florida-friendly landscaping.
I love landscape design because it's one of the most creative things on the planet, I think. It's really a unique enterprise.
Our flip designer, Arnie Rutkus, has over 15 years experience designing and installing Florida-friendly landscaping.
And that's why I really enjoy doing these projects, but also teaching people about it.
Do you know what you signed up for, Arnie?
I didn't initially, but I think I have an idea now, Chad. So it's pretty insane to do it all in a day. I think we can get it done. We've got a good crew. We've got good volunteers coming in. When I met with the homeowner, Beth, she was so passionate about wanting to do a lot to help in the environment, but also about educating everybody else in her neighborhood. She wanted to add pollinator habitat. She wanted to protect the waterfront. So all those things, we basically just dovetailed into the design.
Take us through this a little bit, and let's point out some of the major design features of today's flip.
We've got the driveway here. Hardscape transitions to a clay paver walkway that comes on down to a landing area right off the front door. This will allow her to get out here and put a couple of chairs out here and relax and just be immersed in nature. And she really loves that idea, so we want to give her as much of that opportunity as possible. So this is our rain garden here. It's full of a variety of plants that like kind of to have wet feet in wet conditions. Transitions over here to a kind of a pollinator patch. We have native grasses. We have native pollinator plants here.
Hey, Glenn, how you doing? Good.
Glenn Swisher and his Hardscape team are installing nearly 100 feet of paved pathway, along with a large seating area near the front door.
So we started first with excavation of the native soil, and then we came back with the crushed concrete fines, which we compacted as a base material, and then we started to lay our clay pavers on top of that.
This is a big part of this design, these pathways that kind of walk through here. Tell me a little bit about what you're doing here with this pipe here, Glenn.
Yeah, so to complement Arnie's design, we're creating a freestyle edge with this PVC pipe.
Freestyle edge, what does that mean?
So really, instead of having squares or angles, it's going to be on curves. Allows us to have a little nice winding pathway.
So now how are you using this pipe?
It's really a guide so that we can put a pencil line along the pavers, and this is an inside cut line. We're going to end up using a paver on the outside for a
nice
border
finish.
paver, and that'll be the finished edge.
Awesome. Let's talk about this product here. Typically we're using concrete pavers, but this is different, right?
It is. So we have a clay paver. It's very durable. This has about a 12,000 PSI compressive strength. Concrete is less.
And it's got a lot of character, Glenn. I mean, you got pieces ended here. I'm looking around. It does look like kind of a historic brick road almost.
I agree.
This is gonna match the house really nice. Beth has a historic home.
So that is a tumbled paver, and you'll have some of that aged look, but it also adds some more permeability, and it doesn't require a sealer.
You guys gonna fire that saw up here in a little bit, aren't you?
We are. We're ready.
Let me get out of here.
Okay.
Nice thing about the clay pavers is they're color fast. So they're not going to fade or do anything like that in the sunlight that we have here in Florida. If you can seal them, but it really isn't recommended because you've got that great aesthetic with it. As far as the joints go, they're typically swept with a material that will promote drainage through the joints.
You know, wetlands play a critical role in Florida's ecosystem.
People actually used to think that wetlands were wastelands.
We caught up with Camille Beasley from Florida's Department of Environmental Protection to learn more about these important environments.
A wetland is an area in the landscape where you have enough water that it affects the characteristics of the soils. A wetland is often defined by its plant community, what can grow there, because the soils are different from upland soils. Wetlands can be found all over Florida. You think of wetlands, a lot of people think of the Everglades, and it's just this big, largely flat area with a shallow groundwater table where water moves all across the landscape and creates these special conditions that only wetland plants can grow in. They act as a filter, basically, in the environment for water quality. Not only do we use them in stormwater management, for example, but just in general, the natural ones in the environment, we want to protect them because they are so key to the water quality in our state. And also just aesthetics. I think they're really pretty.
I love a good wetland.
If you have wetlands on your property, the things you can do to protect them, because a healthy wetland is a happy wetland, are things like leaving a buffer around the edge, so not mowing up to the edge, planting native vegetation so you don't get invasive species in your wetland, avoiding excessive runoff, so fertilizing appropriately, and then finally put up bird and bat houses and other types of wildlife habitat so you can get kind of a balanced flora and fauna community in your wetland. A big misconception about wetlands is people think that they have to have water all the time. And regardless of how much water they have in them at any given time, they're still providing the services. Flood protection and water quality and wildlife habitat. It's hard to actually create a fully functioning wetland out of nothing. And so we need to protect the wetlands that we have because those high functioning wetlands are so valuable to us.
Okay, let's get back to our flip. Today, we're installing over 200 plants and trees.
For years, I have been planting things I thought would grow and they didn't grow, and things died, and tried this and tried that, and nothing was working.
I asked local nursery owner Anita Camacho for a preview of a few of her favorites. You're gonna take us through a couple of the plants. There's a lot of plants going in this yard today. Let's talk about plants. I had you pick 3 that are gonna go in the landscape. So which one do you wanna talk about first?
Let's talk about the Teabush.
The Teabush, this one right here?
Yes.
The leggy one. Look at this thing.
It's a woody kind of plant.
Okay.
So this is a great plant, and right now it doesn't have a ton of blooms on it, but it gets very dainty lavender blooms all over it, and this is an absolute bee party. Wild bees, non-native bees, honeybees love this plant. So once this is blooming, you can just go out there and see wildlife all day long. Other pollinators like it too. You're gonna have a lot of other insects that enjoy it, butterflies.
Teabush.
Teabush.
Teabush. Okay, what's next?
Let's talk about the palm here.
The palm, there we go. Oh yeah, one of my favorites right here.
So palms are palmettos, #1 nectar source in Florida. So when they're blooming, bees are going crazy. Bees produce a lot of honey from these palms, so this is an excellent addition to any native landscape. They get nice sprays of blooms and then they turn to berries. The birds love them. Nice cover for wildlife because the birds can get in and out of here, get their berries, and then scooch up to a tree. So these are excellent plants.
Hardy.
Very.
And now what do we have here?
Okay, this has a few different common names. This is a frogfruit, some call it matchweed. Kind of looks like a little end of a match here. But it's a two-tone where you've got the little white flowers around the purple center, and this is a good example of that right here. And this is an excellent ground cover, and it's a host plant for 3 of our Florida butterflies. So that means 3 butterflies can lay their eggs on this, use this for their caterpillars, and then you've got more wildlife.
Turf replacement?
Definitely. We see a lot of that happening at the nursery where people are replacing their non-native lawns with this, and it's green all year.
You can mow it.
Mow it, walk on it, take some traffic. It's a fabulous plant, frog fruit.
Frog fruit, all right. Are you gonna work in the yard a little bit?
I am.
All right. I kind of want to check in on Zach and see how he's feeling. Let's go find Zach. He's our flip foreman. He's really kind of in charge. Hey, Zach, I'm looking around here. I'm seeing a lot of dirt and dust. How you feeling?
I'm optimistic. I'm feeling good.
So what stage are we right now?
We're finalizing the demo and prep stage. We got a few piles we're still picking up. I believe Arnie's going around setting up plants kind of behind me and getting close to that point where I have plants set and start putting them in the ground.
Have you ever put a plant somewhere where Arnie didn't want it?
Absolutely.
What happens then?
We got to dig it up and move it.
What he says goes, right?
That's right.
He's
That's
the designer.
Right. He's the artist.
So right here, you can see the edging that they're doing. They've already made this initial cut. Now they're coming back in. They're gonna take these pavers and just stack them in here, and it's gonna give it that really nice edge. You can already see some of the plants starting to come in right here. This is all gonna be kind of a rain garden area. We'll finish it off with some pine mulch. Okay, I see you really staring at this plan here. What's going through your mind right now, Arnie?
Trying to situate the plants and kind of get them spaced properly. It's really important. Basically, these plants are going to get a lot larger than they are right now.
Arnie, I know people's initial instinct is to keep those plants closer together because it looks fuller.
Right, and I think a lot of people get, enraptured with that idea, like it's got to look perfect now.
Yeah.
It doesn't. These plants are going to grow. They're going to expand 5, 6, 10, 12 feet, some of them. So if you can plan for that growth, you'll get that landscape that you want with a little bit of time and a little bit of patience.
Plant spacing. They put that on the tag for a reason. Arnie's design calls for the installation of 3 large rain barrels in the front yard. These barrels will help reduce stormwater runoff and provide a watering source for the new landscape. So I'm here with Arnie, and we're putting some finishing touches on this rain barrel system here. And this is the important part, Arnie, like this screen. What's the purpose of this screen here?
So it's twofold. You've got to keep mosquitoes out of here because they'll get in here and nest. And then you also want to keep debris out of here so you can actually get water out of here and it doesn't build up.
And you've kind of ganged 2 together here. Talk to me about this.
But if you ever want to link a couple, there's systems that you can do that are very simple to install. Homeowners can do them. It's just a simple garden hose with a couple of fittings on there. This took me 10 minutes to do.
You can see what he's done here. So he's hooked these together so that this one will fill up. And from here, it will overflow into this one.
Correct.
And you just cut off the downspout right here, and you've got this adapter.
Yeah, it's great because you can extend these out as much as you need to. You can bend them, and then just shoot it right into the main opening here, and it'll always fill up. So it's a really great, simple system again, and it hooks right to your existing downspout.
By painting your barrels, you can put a real nice artistic flair, add your style to it.
Melissa West teaches classes in Pinellas County.
I'm a barrel hugger.
On how to use and decorate rain barrels.
On these barrels, we started with just a plain white barrel. Then we washed each barrel with a little bit of vinegar water and a brush. After that, we patted them dry, and then we used some sandpaper, around 800 to 1,000 grit, to sand down the outside of the barrel. That way the paint has a little bit of something to grip to. And then once you wipe off any of the dust that you might have gotten from sanding, you're pretty much ready to go ahead and start priming and painting. Right now, I am applying a paint that also has a primer in it. You want to stay about 10 to 12 inches away. If you get too close, the paint will start to drip. Today on these barrels, we used local plants that you can find around in your yard, and then we take them and place them against the barrel, and you can spray paint it. You've got a nice little natural looking stencil. Here we have one of the rain barrels that I've recently finished.
While we're in full flip mode, Beth and her neighbor Heather are enjoying an outing at Caladesi Island State Park near Dunedin. Caladesi is known for its unspoiled white beaches, but that's not all it offers.
People come over to Caladesi Island for kayaking, shelling, birding, photography, hiking on a nature trail. It's a place that they can get off the pavement and see the real Florida.
It had so many native birds, endangered birds. It's a major migratory path for our birds, and we hit the jackpot this morning.
Absolutely hit the jackpot.
I think coming here makes you very aware of what your yard could be. If you come here and say, oh, I love these plants, these are beautiful, and then you realize, oh, I could do this in my yard.
Oh my gosh, I can't imagine what they're doing right now in your yard. I can't wait to see.
Okay, let's get back to our flip. A key ingredient for today's flip is the many volunteer groups that pitched in. So, you know, one of the cool things about this particular flip is we had a lot of groups from the community come out and take part in this, and one of those is from Eckerd College, which is a local college here, right?
Yep.
I think a lot of kids don't realize what an incredible industry, I guess, horticulture, landscaping is. I'd love to know, like, your interest. How did this start for you?
So it started when I was a kid. I had a garden growing up at my house, and tasting a fresh vegetable that I grew gave me the satisfaction of seeing from start to finish that it was something that I made. Being involved in nature makes you more aware of yourself and more aware of those around you, and helps me be a better person, I think.
Well said. Okay, let's go find Thomas. He's from actually the Surf Riders Foundation, another group that's volunteered their time out here. You got your crew back here.
Yep.
You guys are working. You showed up in a really cool old truck. I saw surfboards back there. But what I want to know is, what are surfers doing in the yard?
The ocean's our playground. We love it. We want to protect it. We want to take care of it. And it all starts at home. If everyone can do something like this to their yard, it goes a long way in protecting our waterways.
Beth's new yard has no grass, so it won't need a traditional broadcast irrigation system.
Traditional broadcast irrigation system uses a lot of water. We've switched to a drip line irrigation system, which is more than half the savings in terms of water usage.
She has a reclaimed water system, so there are more elements in that. It's a little more nutrient rich.
Beth's irrigation system uses reclaimed water. The use of reclaimed water for irrigation also helps to extend local freshwater supplies and can cut costs watering your yard.
We live in a fairly densely populated county here, and we all share the same water resources. Being able to work with landscapes that save water and are water conserving really helps the community at large.
There we go. Our drip tube is working. Good job, Brian. Drip tube works.
I'm Doris Heitzman, and I am the Florida Friendly Landscaping Agent in Pinellas County, UF IFAS Extension. An extension agent is the outreach person that provides information, research information from UF IFAS to the public.
Local extension agent Doris Heitzman shows me one of the main Florida-friendly design features in Beth's new yard.
I want to show you the rain garden that I'm really excited about. This is such a great feature of this landscape. Arnie has designed a rain garden with the purpose of reducing stormwater runoff, catching the runoff from the roof, and at the same time filter the water and reduce erosion. There is a depression here, but the little berm helps to contain the water. And it's exactly what the purpose is of this rain garden, to keep it on site instead of running off into the next body of water or the stormwater system.
Before we jump back into our flip, Tom Wickman from Florida Friendly Landscaping Program shares with us some yard maintenance tips on proper pruning.
Anyone with a landscape is going to have to do some pruning at one time or another in order to keep that landscaping looking tidy. Before you start pruning, make sure you have the right tools. A good pair of pruning shears is really important. Other than that, you're probably looking at a lopper. And loppers will have longer handles, bigger blades, and allow you to cut maybe up to 3/4 of an inch. Anything bigger than that 3/4 of an inch, you're looking at pruning saws. So make sure you have the right tool. What we can do with a pruning shear is much better. It'll allow us to have a more naturalistic shape to the plant and not that boxy or round shape that we would do with head shears. If you're pruning shrubs, make sure that you're pruning them so that the top is more narrow and the base is wider. That allows sun to get to the bottom and will keep the branches full all the way to the ground. If you have trees, possibly think about hiring a certified arborist for any of that high work that might be dangerous. If you have palms in the landscape, make sure you're following that 3 and 9 rule. So picture a clock with 3 o'clock and 9 o'clock being on that clock. You can prune anything below those, but anything above that, make sure you're leaving alone. Keep in mind, don't over prune your palms. Those green leaves that you might be pruning are feeding the palm and keeping it from getting nutrient deficiencies. And last but not least, if you have mangroves, check with your local municipality and don't prune mangroves, dead or alive, unless you know what you're doing. Pruning is easy, but you just have to have the right tools and know what you're doing.
All right, let's get back to our flip.
We got our rain barrels in. We got our rain garden kicking. This yard is so close. Arnie, Zach, you guys get over here.
Yes, sir.
I mean, we're close, right? Are we done?
We're so close.
We're there.
We did it.
We did it.
We did it.
Job.
Oh my gosh, so she is gonna flip out. Look at this yard, guys. Look what we did. She's gonna come around the corner. I'm gonna gather her, get the glasses on her, bring her and her friend around, and let's do this reveal. You guys ready?
We're ready.
Let's do it.
All right, let's do it. All right, guys. Yep.
Cool.
This yard is officially flipped.
Beth seems like a community person as well as concerned about the environment. So to see her energy is very nice. I'm hoping that she really likes what she sees when she comes home.
Oh my gosh.
It's ready. It's done.
It is ready.
Is it beautiful? It's fabulous.
I'm not going to tell you. You're going to have to see for yourself.
You're gonna put the glasses on, and you're gonna follow my voice. I'm gonna guide you a little bit. We have a little bit of a walk down the street.
I am finally going to have my Florida yard. I am beyond excited.
You guys ready for the reveal?
I cannot wait to see her face. She might be just, I don't know, totally overwhelmed.
1, 2, 3. Remove your glasses.
Before, Beth's corner yard was full of weeds, sand spurs, and unsuccessful landscape projects. 8 hours later, it's a beautiful Florida-friendly landscape with over 200 plants and trees that will bring color, variety, and pollinators into her yard. A rain garden and rain barrel system to help prevent stormwater runoff. A drip tube irrigation system for watering efficiently. And a clay pavered walkway adding vintage charm to this historic home. We even install an owl box to help attract wildlife.
This is like 10,000 times more than I thought it was going to be. I just can't believe what Arnie did. It's just like walking through a park.
That's what I was hoping for, and
I have a park in my front yard.
I just want to say thank you again to the men and women to my left because they really did this. Let's give it up for them. An incredible job.
I mean, it's just a little yard, but every little bit helps. Every yard helps. Oh, the plastic plant is gone. It's real, it's not fake. Oh, I can't wait to learn what everything is. I don't even know what some of these things are. Look at, thank you. Awesome. Oh my God, I'm gonna sleep out here tonight. Thank you for flipping my Florida yard.
It won't be long before Beth's new front yard will blossom into a beautiful Florida-friendly showpiece, attracting wildlife and setting an example for the neighborhood. Well, that's our show. We hope you're inspired to help Florida's environment by starting in your own yard. And remember, everyone doing a little, well, that's a whole lot.
Coreopsis. And also fill up my critter bowl here. Look at that. They have quadrupled in size, and they just look fantastic.
Flip My Florida Yard is brought to you by the Florida Department of Environmental Protection. Protecting Florida's environment starts with you. What you do in your yard can have an impact on the health of our environment and water resources.